I want to tell you what it's like to work with me because it's really simple. There's really only 3 areas of focus for anything that you want to create with me. The first is vision, the second is strategy, and the third is mindset. So there are 3 buckets of work that I do when I coach any of my clients. And they are somewhat chronological, and at the same time they are simultaneous. They're all going on all the time. The first bucket is vision. There ain't nothing to coach about if you don't have a vision. And sometimes you need support to let yourself really go for it. And so that's often some part of the coaching, is refining vision, making decisions about what you want to put your stake in the ground around. This can show up around finances and how much money you really want to commit to making. But it's also really deep in terms of like, who are you really? Who is it that wants to live in this body that you're walking around in? What is the vision that's flowing through you? So you have a vision already, and if you hire me or you work with someone else who does this kind of work, you're going to continue to track, honor, study, research, and devote yourself to your vision as part of the work. That is part of the work. Vision. The second part is strategy. Action. What are you going to do to make the vision real? And I'll be honest, that is what most people think they're hiring me for. It's like 5% of the work. Like it's like tiny, tiny, tiny. Because once you know where you're going, the how is very obvious and very easy. If you're trying to figure out the strategy in order to figure out the vision, you're out of order and you're going to fuck everything up. Work really hard. Don't do it that way. Let yourself, with support, cultivate the vision, figure out what wants to move through you, and then use your support to identify the simplest, most direct and efficient strategy to get there. My expertise is in working with spiritual teachers and healers in building multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses, like really going big, right? So that's a huge part of the strategy. The strategy to get to that result is very different than the strategy to create a side hustle or a business that just replaces your income. You can't actually take the strategy of the side hustle or the replacing the current income and get to the strategy of building a 7-figure business. They're different strategies. As you are living with your vision, as you are taking action to make your vision real, inevitably you will hit fear, doubt, and worry. And whenever you hit those markers, whenever your shit gets triggered or you get activated around something, that's where your mindset needs attention. And that is the third bucket of work. And the way that I think about mindset, we don't have to really deal with it proactively too much. We deal with it responsively. As it comes up, then we know what your mindset curriculum needs to be, and we work with that as you go. I don't want to anticipate that you're going to struggle with anything, right? There's no reason to introduce struggle until it's there. When struggle arises, then we look at your mindset. We look at where you need to get more support, where you need to expand your capacity to receive. The mindset work, ironically, is really like probably 80% of the coaching, because that's the hard work. When I say hard, I don't really mean hard, but it feels the most uncomfortable. The mindset work is the part that takes us into our edges. And living in that place where we're living on our edge is pretty terrifying. And so that's also where having a coach is so powerfully supportive, because you don't have to be alone in that. Everything in transformational coaching falls into these 3 categories. Vision. What is it that you want to create? What is it that wants to uniquely flow through you? Strategy. What are the simple, graceful, easeful steps that you need to take in form, in physical world, to make this vision real? And if you had perfect control over your mindset, this category wouldn't even be an issue. Well, most people got big, big blind spots in their mindset. And so the mindset is the third bucket. Where does your mind need support to get on board with you taking the action to make the vision real?
Everything you want is already